8:49 here at News Talk 580, 105.9 KMJ on this Friday, the 24th of April. Hope you're doing well out there. Blake Taylor here with you. Joined in studio right now by a very special exclusive guest, Brian Wise. He's the managing partner of Wise Public Affairs. He's also a senior advisor to the U.S. Consumer Coalition. Brian, thanks for joining us in studio today.
Thank you for having me. Good
Absolutely.
to be home.
Our pleasure. Yeah, Fresno native, now based in D.C., right?
That's correct.
And you've been investigating something called Operation Choke Point. I was completely ignorant of what this is, and I've been doing a bit of research today on it. Can you give us a layman's synopsis of what Operation Choke Point is?
Well, Operation Choke Point is a program of the Obama administration that specifically intimidates banks into ending their business relationships with a certain group of industries that they basically don't like. Those industries include gun dealers, ammunition sales, payday lenders, check cashers, people like that. Coin dealers are also on a list that was distributed by the administration about 2 years ago to bank examiners. And again, it's sort of like they go into banks and they say, look, we can't tell you not to do business with these industries, but if you do, we will make life very difficult for you.
Interesting. We're talking with Brian Wise here at KMJ. But you've got to admit, taking the devil's advocate position here, I'll throw this at you. Payday lenders, they've got a bad rap. I mean, they should be investigated as far as I'm concerned. Would you disagree with that?
And that's fine. These regulators can go after fraud. They can go after illegal activity. But the fact is that payday lenders, check cashers, gun dealers, ammunition sellers, those are all lawfully operating businesses. They operate within the confines of the law. And the administration does not have the jurisdiction, the right, or even the constitutional ability to go after these industries for things that they are doing completely legally.
Brian, how does this affect, say, gun dealers here in the Valley or in California as a whole? Are you seeing some ramifications with that?
Yeah, we're seeing gun dealers all across the country that are coming to usconsumers.org and telling us their stories. And what we're finding is that at first, this was just they would lose one bank account and then they'd go and find another one. But the fact is that most banks are now being targeted by the administration under this program. And so it's getting more and more difficult for these gun dealers and ammunition sellers and everyone else that's being targeted. It's getting more difficult for them to find banks. And so it's essentially putting them out of business.
What are you doing to help them? Is that your goal, is to help these industries? Okay.
For the last 2 years, we've been running a program to educate people and to tell people about Operation Choke Point. Everyone thought that there was absolutely no possibility a program like this would be effectively instituted by the administration. But the fact is that it is. It's affecting small businesses throughout this country. There are thousands, we think, of businesses that have been affected. And what we need to do is we need the American people to stand up and say that this is not the government that they elected. This is not the government of the America that they know. And so we need them to come out and tell their congressmen to support legislation that is stopping Operation Choke Point.
Moving away from Operation Choke Point, let's talk water real quick. And this is my last question for you. I understand your organization is also in deep in the water wars here in California. Yeah,
that's right. Water is fundamentally a consumer issue. And this isn't sure it affects farmers, but it affects farmers just as much as it affects consumers, because if we don't have water in the valley, consumer prices for food will go up. It will affect people's ability to get food. And the fact is that we won't see real movement on this until Governor Wilson has his Whole Foods bill go up, or President Obama isn't able to get the strawberries that he wants on his salad. The fact is that this issue is one of the most critical issues for the people, for every American consumer.
Yeah, not just California, but the entire U.S.
The entire U.S., and everyone needs to stand up and take note.
Brian Wise, managing partner of Wise Public Affairs based in Washington, D.C., also senior advisor to the U.S. Consumer Coalition. How can people find out more about the coalition?
I'd encourage them to go to usconsumers.org, support the efforts to stop Operation Choke Point and to bring water back to the Valley, and tell us your story. If you've lost your bank account due to Operation Choke Point, if you received a letter in the mail and have no idea why ending your bank relationship, tell us your story and we'll make sure to get it out there.
Brian Wise, appreciate the time, sir. Thank you so much. 54 past the hour at KMJ.